We're here at Great Wollaston Farm to look at some of the farming practices that people can do to help soil protection. Soil is the whole foundation of life. Food production would be virtually impossible without it, yet it's not being given the care it deserves. Crop rotation is an excellent way at soil protection, as it gives the soil a chance to rest after it's grown crops on it and regain its organic matter. Sometimes this is even done within the same field. As you can see here, this side was used for grazing animals and this side has recently had barley planted on it. That can really help with the so awkward. Minimal tillage has been used here, as you can see by the rubbish left behind from a previous crop, instead of ploughing, which would normally dig all of this really deep under the ground. But it leaves it here to decompose, which adds to the organic matter of the field. By having areas of woodland on the farm, you're having big areas of really protected soil because no crops are going to be grown here, and all the leaf litter from the trees adds greatly to the soil organic matter. This farm has clay soil, meaning that the drainage on it is generally pretty bad, as it retains a lot of water. This field in particular has good drainage now, as it's got pipes running all the way down it, and it all pools in this area here, where it's then collected and can be removed, leaving the soil with good aeration and helps prevent waterlogging. Soil is such a vital resource, and it can take up to 500 years just to make 1 centimetre of topsoil, yet it's being lost at an incredible rate by poor management. Some people believe that if nothing's done about it, there'll only be about 100 years of crops left before the soil is useless. Leaving pastures like this really help to preserve it, but also help in so many other ways. Soil is such an incredible carbon sink, and this one, having not been ploughed for over 100 years, will be storing so much carbon, which will really help mitigate climate change. Spreading farm manure can be an excellent way to help the soil. Farm manure in particular is really good because it's got a really good balance of nitrogen and carbon, which is needed in the soil to make the humus. Using the latest machinery can be a really important part of this. This sprayer in particular comes down and shoots the manure directly onto the ground, unlike the old ones which just had a funnel which would spray it out into the air, which could release a lot of ammonia into the atmosphere, whereas the risk of that is reduced, helping the whole general environment as well as the soil. Field margins are an excellent way of helping the environment and soil. They help the soil by stopping water erosion, and they can also help prevent any chemicals leaching into nearby waterways and hedgerows. Hedgerows are great for the general environment. They're a great home for wildlife and a great corridor.
It's about soil.
Yeah, no. And hedgerows are also great because they prevent wind erosion on the fields. Can be great for the crops. Obviously, adding inorganic fertilizer, such as urea, is great for the crops and can really boost profitability. However, it acidifies the soil, meaning the addition of lime is needed. So adding as little as possible is best in terms of soil quality. Soil compactability is a huge problem, so sometimes bigger isn't always better. Using smaller machinery can really help reduce the compactability, which will stop waterlogging and help aerate the soil.